Sivir is actually very strong, and she's getting played all the time at high elo. Sivir is a very, very popular pick right now, and she's actually has among the highest win rate amongst ADs, and is also among the most common AD bans right now at high elo as well. I see people banning her in team ranked play too. So Sivir is actually not weak; she's actually quite good, and it's mostly based off of her ultimate. People really like her ultimate, which gives a massive speed bonus to the entire team when she pops it. 60% initial, decays down to 20%, but huge, huge speed bonus. It's like a giant Shirelius Reverie for the entire team, and it's so good for chasing. So anyway, Sivir is not weak. Sivir Sona, basically, you have a lot of poke. That's what the lane has. It's vulnerable to an all-in, particularly Sona. Like, if Sona gets grabbed by Thresh, Sona can get bursted down by the Varus Thresh lane really easily. So it's a lane that has good poke, but it's vulnerable to all-ins, as I said. One nice thing is the Sivir Spell Shield. The Spell Shield also is quite nice. Spell Shield very powerful after the rework. The Spell Shield is very good against Thresh, because you can block his Qs with the Spell Shield. If it looks like you're going to get hit, pop the Spell Shield and you block it. And this is Sivir's new dance. I actually have not seen her dance since the rework. Okay. Well, her dance wasn't particularly great before either. It's still not that great. Let me go ahead and set up the laners right here. Otherwise, if I forget to do that, that's always really irritating. I hate watching people who don't do that. Makes it really hard to see who's ahead, who's behind. And then the jungle, we've got a Bruce Lee, we've got a Lee Sin. What more can you say about Lee Sin? He's been one of the most popular junglers ever since he came out. People barely even remember the fact that when Lee Sin came out, he was incredibly weak and they had to buff him like a lot. But has been a staple of competitive play for years now. Almost always in that jungle role. Occasionally played mid or top, but most of the time in the jungle. Great early game, does fall off late game. Not as strong late game, but a great jungler. Useful to learn, does have a high skill cap, is very skill shot based, but is a great choice in the jungle. And then on the other side we have Aatrox. Aatrox also very popular both in top and in jungle of late. Was very popular in Europe, not as well played in North America, but really popular in Europe. A lot of the European teams used him. Gambit Gaming, very popular with them, for example. Did get nerfed quite heavily in the last patch. They nerfed his early game passive, the attack speed on his passive that he gets from his Bloodwell, and they nerfed the damage on his E, which was crucial because E is his most popular skill, and his win rate did fall significantly after those nerfs. So he was affected by that quite a bit. Anyway, let's go through. We'll look at the lanes, look at the matchups. In top lane, we've got Gilton playing as Rengar, often just referred to as Rengo, but playing as Rengar. In top lane against Frost C, playing as Nasus. As I said, this lane strongly favors Rengar early on. Eventually, Nasus will pull ahead, but it will take quite a long time before that happens. In mid, we have HNNGGH. I guess I'll just call him HNN for this game. Sorry about that. Oh, wow. High, getting really low. Really low with that Doran's Blade start. By the way, both junglers started with Doran's Blade. And both of them are junglers who can do that. Both started with Doran's Blade. High got very low in the process. I had to wait for his safeguard to come back up to do this raid camp. It's just anytime you're casting and you see, wow, is he even going to be able to do this? Yeah, he will. He's going to go low, but he will be able to do this. That's how strong Lee Sin is early on. Anyway, so let's get back here. In mid lane, we have HNN playing as Nidalee. He is an AP Nidalee, as I predicted correctly. See the 33 AP against FBS and Cursus playing as Mordekaiser. And we don't see Mordekaiser much anymore. But right now, not a lot going on in this lane. They're both farming the creep waves. And in bottom lane, we have Glacius the Purge and Jacob the One. Look at this, two people with the in their name. Glacius the Purge and Jacob the One, playing as Varus and a Thresh support against Impolite, playing as Sivir, and Faflik playing as support Sona. Oh, here we go. Sona just got grabbed, and that's what I said Sona had to avoid. Flash is down. Flash burned. Out comes that Varus. Hail of arrows. Oh, they just need one more auto attack. There it is. Flash and auto. Gonna get that. Now Varus has been ignited. Thresh can use the lantern for shield, but it's a great exhaust. Beautiful exhaust coming out. Glacius the Purge, though, gonna get hit by that back end of the Sivir Boomerang Blade. He could have dodged that. He could have stepped aside from the Boomerang Blade. It hit him on the way out, and then he just kind of stood in place, and it hit him on the way back again. So I think he could have survived if that was played correctly. But in any case, it is a 2-for-1 and a big win for Blue Team. Really nice use of Thresh's skills there by Jacob. Not really a surprise. Jacob is one of the best players we have in these games. So anyway, well done there. We do have a gank coming up in top right now. You see it being pinged right now. The Wither comes out onto Rengar. He does not have his ult, so he cannot stealth out of here. Going to try to jump away, but I really don't think he's going to be able to get away. High Legend does have red buff. Going to force the... No, he is going to get out. Forces the flash. I am a little surprised High Legend didn't flash after him. It would have been, I mean, it would have been high risk, high reward, but lets him go, is satisfied just with burning the flash. Over here, we see Mordekaiser getting caught out as well, so that's 2 kills now for the blue team, and their jungle player, Feroza, the jungle Aatrox, making plays happen, 2-0 already early in the game, and you don't want Aatrox getting early kills because he does snowball very, very hard in this game, especially with that Doran's Blade start. He can just sustain basically forever with a Doran's Blade, due to the way his W works. When he gets low, he just pops his W, and he gets ridiculous amounts of lifesteal on his auto attacks. So, yeah, just going to take some farm right here. Says, don't mind me, I'm going to take this farm. But, again, that's not that bad because Aatrox is quite strong as the game goes on. Alrighty, well, all those plays have gotten blue team out to a good early lead. Wow, the flash and the pull coming in, then the death sentence going out. Nice use of the arrow coming out from Glacius the Purge. Good exhaust from Faplike, but Impolite is still very low, and they're continuing to get damage off. More auto attacks coming out. Good Boomerang Blade going to get some disengage. So flash burned by Thresh forces the fight, but forces more flashes out. Actually, all summoners are now down for red team in this bottom lane. Both flashes, exhaust, and ignite all down in the bottom lane. They're going to go back to base to heal, which does make sense, but that's going to leave them vulnerable. They're going to lose minions as a result of that, so they won't end up dying, but they're going to lose minions. And watch, Varus is almost certainly going to use his Q to clear the wave here. When does it come off cooldown? Almost off cooldown. So just needs to get an arrow on the full wave, and then they're going to get this whole wave into the tower. And actually, Glacius isn't using his Q. Maybe he doesn't have enough mana for it, but I would have expected him to do so. Anyway, this wave's going to go into the tower, and actually, the support Thresh almost does more last hits. Right now, really should be going back to base. Yeah, look at this. 15 CS on Thresh against 23 on Varus. Wow, that's interesting right there. In mid, Mordekaiser getting low, and the spear is going to finish him off. HNNGGH. Gonna pick that one off with a Nidalee spear. Spear's of Doom. He doesn't even have any AP yet, but he still gets it, and blue team's off and running. They're off to a big start right now. High Legend's going to come cover the lane. He's going to eat a spear. Takes that in the face, as the casters say. They always say takes a spear in the face. I don't know why. Nobody ever says takes a spear, you know, in the elbow or something like that. It's always to the face. Up here, though, Nasus is actually in a lot of trouble. Nasus could potentially get dove here if they choose to go for it. Aatrox does have his Bloodwell passive up. Oh, looks like they're invisible spears. Those bugs, yeah, Nidalee spears are often quite buggy. Is Nasus DC'd? Yes, okay. I was going to say Nasus just standing there. Is he disconnected? Yes, he is. And that is not what you want to hear when your team is already down 4-1 in kills and down 2,000 global gold. So this game could turn very rapidly into a bit of a laugher. We'll see what happens, but blue team is way ahead pretty much everywhere in this game. Top lane said that Rengar would win early. He is winning early. He's 500 gold ahead. 600 gold ahead in mid lane. Nidalee's up a kill and an assist. Mordekaiser's died twice. He's a bit under-leveled right now, too. Okay, he's going for this kill, but he's not going to get it. That's a bit of a waste of the ignite. That spear will hit. Good damage on the spear. And yeah, Nidalee's just too far ahead at this point, unfortunately. And she's sitting on more gold that she's not even using. Anyway, down here, Jacob's Thresh going for the pull. And wow, we actually had another kill in mid. Well, not sure how that happened. I'm going to assume that another spear hit. Oh, wow, right there. High going in, making the play. Going to get exhausted, though. It's a really good exhaust by Jacob, and he's going to get it. That's a 2 kills for red team kills. They desperately need it now. Can Feroza get a kill back again? He's going to miss his E. High is going to dash, and I think he's got out of this. Yeah, the Safeguard. Going to use Resonating Strike into Safeguard and makes his way out of there. And that's a nice pickup. Oh, the spear! Oh! Blue buff transfer complete. Nidalee going to pick that one up. Spears of Doom indeed. And yeah, Nidalee will say, thank you very much. I'll take that blue buff. Ignite goes on. Sona's dead. She cannot escape that. Wow. And so the Nidalee roam, picking up the double kill. Really good stuff from HNN in this game. And now he's circling around. He wants Sivir as well. Can he get this? Yes, he can. Now can he get the kill? Jumping in, using Pounce. And yes, we'll get this flashes away. And we'll make it out. Really nice play. Goes down to 1 tower shot, but doesn't tank that last tower shot. And the great Nidalee mobility seen in action there once again. Anyway, this game is pretty much over at this point, unless Nasus reconnects with a 4v5 situation. And being this one-sided, there's really very little that red team can do. So this game looks like it will not work out. Mordekaiser ult coming out. Is this going to be enough to get the kill? Rengar has popped his ult. Actually, Rengar can go back in at this point. Yeah, that kind of saw that happening. Rengar has outscaled Mordekaiser. He's 2 levels ahead. He is way ahead in farm. Mordekaiser just has a Vamp. Just has the revolver right there, and that's pretty much it. We'll see if High Legend can pick this up. He probably can. Does he have his ult up? Yes, he does. So yeah, he's going to get this one. Pull 1 kill back. And currently, High Legend's 2-1-1. He's been responsible for most of the good plays that this team's made, but they don't have a top laner. Their mid's way behind. Nidalee is 5-0. It's just pushing away, and there's not much more to say, really. The game's gone horribly wrong for Red Team, and they're missing a player, so... Ooh, it's like a solo queue nightmare gone bad. There's just not much you can do. Play to 20 minutes, surrender, move on, and go from there. Here we also have an attempted counter jungling, and we'll see how this works. Nidalee can rotate up from mid, and it's going to be very hard to hold this, just again due to the fact that there is no top laner for the Red Team right now. Going to keep an eye on this. High Legend did get it. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, they did pick up a kill on Thresh. Let's see what's going to happen, and that's going to be a double kill actually for Sivir. Very, very nicely done. Did Sony use her ult? Yes. Got off, I'm assuming got off a good crescendo there, and managed to pull that one off. The God lane. The God lane indeed. Meanwhile here, oh, that spear, oh, that's not good. Flash, another flash, and Blades of Torment will grab that. Yep, once that spear hit. You know, you can flash away, but the problem is the other side can flash too. So even though it was a good flash from Incursus, he flashed away from an Aatrox Q, an Aatrox Dark Flight that would have killed him. But Aatrox then just flashed after him and still got the kill with Blades of Torment. There we go, Nasa's coming back. Frost's AC reappears. I mean, it's probably too late right now. Probably not going to make a difference. Oh, another spear's coming out. Wow, and these are starting to do real damage now. High Legend's going to take that. And Nidalee, 502 with the Athenes, with the blue buff. She can just toss spears all day. And apparently these spears are invisible on people's screens because everybody seems to be surprised that these spears are hitting. Alrighty, well, let's just check out just how much the advantage is in that mid lane. So Mordekaiser's on 2,300 gold, Nidalee's on 48. That's more than a 2-to-1 lead. And in fact, actually has about about a 2,500 gold lead in this game. Also, top lane not much better, 2,500 almost 2,000 gold lead in that top lane too. Nasa's 25 CS, level 6, 48 Q stacks. That's not good, but unfortunately that's what happens when you disconnect for a long period of time. Right now, blue team is doing dragon, and they should be able to get that. So they will get dragon. Froza gets super low, but does not fall. And again, there's not much red team can do. They're just really far behind. Incursus trying to dodge the spear, doesn't manage to dodge it. Gonna go in, but there's no way he can win this. I mean, he's just so far behind. He can't win this trade. He will fall. High Legend's there on cleanup duty. Is he gonna get this one? Yes. Picks it up using that Tiamat, which I'm sure he's gonna turn into a Hydra afterwards. Another popular build path for both. Actually, a popular build path for Aatrox as well. We're actually seeing fairly similar build paths between Aatrox and Lee Sin. If you check out the junglers, 303 Aatrox, 311 Lee Sin. Both of them having very good games yet again. The problem, though, for Red Team is their top lane and their mid lane are incredibly far behind right now. And Gilton, yeah, he's going to get withered right there. But, you know, he just has to wait for his cooldowns to come up. When he uses his Fury, or whatever, is it Fury? What's it? What is this referred to? Ferocity, okay. When he uses his Ferocity Q, deals very, very heavy damage. And of course, he can alternately use his Ferocity on W for the sustain. Nasa's just too far behind. He can't do that much. Let's see if they can pick off Rengar here. Though Rengar can always pop his ult, and we'll see if he chooses to use that right here. And no, actually looks like he's just going to walk on out. And looks like he's not all that concerned. No, he did pop his ult. Never mind. Actually did pop his ult. And that was where he got that surge in movement speed. But yeah, gonna just run out of there. And Nidalee's like, thank you very much. I'll just continue farming here in mid lane because Mordekaiser roamed up there to top. I'll just continue building my CS lead here in middle lane. Has now picked up a needlessly large rod. And we'll see if a spear comes out. Nope, actually going to back off for right now. And just going to look to go and take wraiths. Continue to get that farming edge. So Mordekaiser has finished his first item. Spirit of the Spectral Wraith is his core item these days. That is the item you build first on him. It's just coming out very late is the problem. You'd want to get that out earlier if at all possible. Meanwhile, in bottom lane still seems to be fairly close. Yeah, only 100 gold separating the bottom lanes, so that's not the issue. In comes Aatrox and in comes Nidalee. That spell shield looks like it's actually was popped on Sivir, and now, unfortunately, Nidalee is in the fight, so keep an eye on that. Dark Flight in from Aatrox, a good exhaust coming out on Lee, and wow, everybody's really low. Nobody's fallen yet, but they're all so low. Nidalee Spear is going to get 1. Nidalee Pounce is going to get 2. Is she going to make it out? Nope, not going to make it out. High Legend will take that, but he will immediately fall thereafter. That's a 3 for 1, and that dive indeed. Yes, Mordekaiser roaming down from mid. Oh, he might. Well, no. Aatrox's Bloodwell passive is up, so he's not in any real danger here. And yeah, the Mordekaiser Children of the Grave just not dealing any damage because he doesn't have any AP. He's got 60 AP, so it's not doing any damage. Plus, he's only level 9, so it's not even level 11 for 2 points in the skill yet. So yeah, the ult just kind of fizzling, not doing that much. Unfortunately, this support Thresh is almost as strong as the mid lane Mordekaiser. Actually, he's stronger. He has 3,500 gold to 3,300. So yeah, Mordekaiser just very, very weak, very underfarmed, and really abused in this game by Nidalee. Kind of goes without saying, but blue team's really far ahead. They're, what, about 6,000 gold ahead. They're ahead 14 to 8 in kills, 2 to 0 in towers. Rengar's happily farming under the tower of the other team, is just split pushing up here, keeping the pressure on, forcing people to come. Let's see if High Legend's able to pick this one up. Gilton has popped his ult and is going to use the fake out. Very nicely done. Gets the fake out there. Now is just off and running. How much longer is his stealth? Not much longer. He's going to go back in. He wants this kill. Is he going to get it? But Nasus has ult up too. I don't think he's going to get it. No, that's a pickup for the Lee Sin. High is 5-2-1 in a game where his team's this far behind. Really doing well overall. Of course, while that's going on, Nidalee is still pushing mid. Still a good pickup. And when you do have a fight in bottom lane, Mordekaiser's still down here. Aatrox can be very aggressive. He has his Bloodwell passive up, so you know, you can just YOLO this and go right in and go for it, but I don't know. I guess they decided to back off, wanted to be safe. They are very far ahead, and I guess they don't want to throw their lead, but I think that he could have gotten another kill on Mordekaiser. Granted, is it worth it to kill Mordekaiser when he's 06? He's not really worth much in the way of gold. That Spell Shield, going to block the damage, or no, yes, he did use Spell Shield, never mind. Thought for a second he didn't use it, but yeah, blocks the damage from the Blades of Torment, and the push is on. This tower is on 60 health, so it will go down immediately to 1 auto attack. There it is. Froze is going to take that out. And we've got another tower taken, and it's still at a 6,000 gold lead for the blue team right now. Nidalee also getting quite strong there. Lee Sin going in. High Legend using his Ravenous Hydra. He has finished that right now. Does deal a lot of damage. Remember, Nidalee's not tanky at all. And we actually now have had another disconnect. We've now got the AD in the bottom lane disconnecting. Meanwhile, Mordekaiser's going to fall yet again. And High going to have to use his Dragon's Rage. It does get that off. Does dodge the spear. Dodges the pull from Jacob, but 4v1, pretty tough to juke that. Not going to be able to escape. Right now, Varus is not here. He's disconnected. This game, yeah. Poor High Legend, just... He's playing well in this game, but it's not enough. And Aatrox is 406 on this game right now. Pretty scary. So blue team just continuing to push. They're going to get another tower here. Feroz is going to grab this one. Feroz's Aatrox has been really, really strong in this one. I don't think he's had his Bloodwell popped even one time in this match. He's just always sitting right around 50% health, taking advantage of that. And did that? I thought for a second that the red buff was invisible. Anyway, one tower does go down for red team. They're going to get the bottom tower. They were able to continue pushing that. Meanwhile, the rest of blue team looks like they're focusing their attention up here on the top lane tower. Or potentially, they do have Aatrox coming up here, and presumably he's going to push. So there's an E and a Q for the wave clear. We'll see if they're able to get this. Probably not. But they're just, the blue team has gained so much map control by taking these towers. Obviously, Nasus was disconnected, we know that. We'll see if they can turn this fight around. High Legend coming in. Does he have his dragons kick back up? No, almost. It's just about to come off cooldown. Gildan has popped his ult. He is invisible, and he's using that to run away. Another disconnect from Varus. Well, it might not even matter because blue team's so far ahead. But yeah, there's the Rengar ultimate. Now, he is revealed. He has come back. Nasus is ghosting after him. If Nasus can get a Wither off, this will be a kill. Presumably. Let's see, yeah, Gilton's going to try to use his W with the Frosty bonus for sustain. Actually, he's still staying alive, and Feroz are doing a great job of tanking this up. They need to get some kind of crowd control on him. Aatrox so strong. Can't seem to deal with him, and again, he still has his Bloodwell passive, so even if he dies, it's not going to be the biggest deal. Wow, that fight got turned around in a hurry. They just could not deal with Aatrox, who's now 606 after that double kill. Holy cow. He's got to be sitting on a lot of gold. Yet another 2,000. Look at all this gold that blue team's sitting on. They need to go back and buy and make use of that gold. But the fight continues over here. Gilton just continuing. He just doesn't go back to base. He just continues to split push and keep the pressure on up here. He's got 3 people around him, and he doesn't seem to care right now. In bottom lane, Thresh is like, you know what? My AD's disconnected. I'm just going to turn into a split pusher now. Everybody left bottom lane. I'm just going to stay up here. The fight, meanwhile, still on. Oh, that spear. H&N. Hits another spear over the wall. Oh my. So Nidalee is now 10-3. Has she finished her death cap? No, but she will finish it when she goes back. 2,500 gold. Jacob, get over here. And Dragon is up there sitting for the taking as well. So Varus is finally back in the game, but Varus is going to be eclipsed by his support soon in gold because his support has almost as much farm as he does. And Jacob the One's Thresh has been shoving that bottom lane while his AD was gone. Support OP, it looks like. I wish I was this good with Riven. So anyway, down goes the dragon. That's going to be yet another advantage, and we are now at a 10,000 gold lead for the blue team. This one is not going to last too much longer. Either it's going to be surrendered or the game is just going to be over because these towers are not going to last too much longer. Wow, more great Thresh play coming out from Jacob. Who's going to get this? Varus takes it. Glacius the Purge taking that one. We're at 20 minutes now, and I would not be surprised to see a surrender come out because there is not much of anything. Oh my god, the damage. Oh my god, that damage on Mordekaiser. Oh my. This is not good. Gonna get ignited. Just needs one more Nidalee auto, and yes, that's it. Nidalee's now behind the tower, but HNNGGH is playing Nidalee, and is not in any real danger. Nidalee can always pounce over those walls. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a game where the Mordekaiser pick hasn't really worked out. That's a nice use of the spell shield to block that Sivir Spear. But all blue team has to do is just group up, send Rengar to a side lane, have him keep split pushing, keep the rest of the team together, and their siege is ridiculous. Between the Varus Qs and the Nidalee Spears, they can siege so well. They can just poke down the red team, and there's really nothing that red can do. Red team needs to engage. They need to hard engage to deal with the poke, but if they hard engage, they'll lose because they're so far behind, which means that they're in a darned if they do, darned if they don't situation. That's actually a really nice use of the Varus Chain of Corruption. I think it hit 3 or 4 people right there. Just gets them out of that fight. That's all it did, but still useful for that purpose. Rengar also popped his ult. May not have needed to do it, but he did pop it nonetheless. Alright, Nidalee's back. She has gone ahead and bought. She now has a Death Cap and another Blasting Wand and has the Home Guard boots. She is out looking for blood. Where are those spears going to come in? 378 damage right now. 378 AP. There's a spear. Uh-oh. Oh no, Faflik. Yeah, he does need to flash, but he's still at range of getting hit by another spear. Actually going to turn and go after Sivir right now. Needs to just run away while the spell shield is on, since the spear will not do damage. And Nidalee, really good at chasing. That spear is not going to hit, but that's one advantage of Nidalee. Right there, Mordekaiser's going to get grabbed, and Mordekaiser, this is not your day. I'm sorry. Just not your day. It's not. It's just you've fallen so far behind. There's very little you can do. The Mordekaiser ult actually, wow. I was going to say Mordekaiser ult actually did pick up the kill right there, but it looks like the ghost didn't appear because Mordekaiser was already dead. And now Varus is disconnected yet again. He can't click the Lancer because he's disconnected. Well, he is going to die. Thrush is like, no, I'll protect you, Varus. But no, he's not going to be able to protect that. See ya. In comes Aatrox. That's one kill. Going to get exhausted. Good exhaust by Faflik. Was he going to be able to run out of this one? Where's the cooldown on that Dark Flight? Still off cooldown. And Jacob actually going in under the tower. He's going to put down the box, but it's not going to be enough. High Legend grabs the kill. So it's going to be a traded kill right there. Yes, we did realize that Varus disconnected a little bit earlier. So blue team playing a little fast and loose right now. Feroza, wow, will he have his blood well actually popped here? He just used his shield from that Locket of the Ardent Solari, excuse me. And up here, Nidalee still split pushing, just doing her thing, farming away, 175 minion kills. That's pretty good. Could be a little higher, but hey, Nidalee's also roamed and picked up 12 kills, so that's partly why. Aatrox still has not died, still has not had his blood well passive pop. Nidalee should be able to get out of here. Can't imagine that Nidalee's in that much danger with her pounce up. With Wither, though, could be in trouble. We'll see. Nasus backing off, though. Needs to continue to use those pounces on about a 3-second cooldown. The Mordekaiser ult comes out, but Nidalee's got something called the heal. So, yeah, Mordekaiser ult I don't think is going to finish this off. And Mordekaiser is chasing way too far. Rengar is going to be there on the backside. Well, we'll see. Lee Sin's here as well. Actually, the entire red team is pretty much up here right now. Gilton getting low. Oh, that spear did a lot of damage. These spears, plus we've got Sivir now. Sivir has popped the ult, and then this is why people like Sivir so much, that immense chasing power when that ult is popped. Still have not caught up to Nidalee. What is the rest of the blue team doing? Should be able to get into this fight. Don't know if Aatrox wants to go in on that. Maybe. After all, Nidalee, as long as she's got mana... Oh, that spear. Oh my. One more spear and Nidalee is doomed. That spell shield going to come on. Where's the next spear coming out is the question. Varus still disconnecting. Only reason why the game is not over is Varus keeps disconnecting right now, so it's 4v5 much of the time. And Aatrox just continuing to chase, really wants these kills apparently. Does have blood well up. That spear almost hits, goes right through the target. And we've really got an odd game here. Now we've got a duel in the bottom between the support and the jungler. I don't think Jacob can win this. He does have a Bilgewater Cutlass, but High Legend has red buff and a Hydra. Yeah, Exhaust's going to come out, but it's not going to be enough. So that's a strong support Thresh, but not that strong, basically. So the action just continues, and again, the game kind of stalled out. Stop that Blade of the Ruin game, Jacob. Please be less rude. Again, the only reason the game kind of isn't over yet is because it's turned into a 5v4 with the red team having 5 and the blue team having 4. If blue team actually gets their Varus player back, I'm assuming that this will wrap up fairly quickly. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened. Red team might be able to take advantage of the player down to get something. They still only have 1 tower, and they don't have much in the way of map pressure. I mean, Nidalee and Aatrox are the problems. Rengar's pretty strong, too. Let's look at the gold totals. Haven't seen that in a while. So, yeah, you can see the gold total in mid is pretty one-sided. And the jungle, I mean, as strong as Aatrox is, High Legends jungle Lee Sin is almost as high. Over here, Rengar's also extremely far ahead of Nasus. But, again, that's largely because Nasus was disconnected for so long. Sivir is ahead, though. Not by that much, considering by how much Varus has been disconnected, but is still ahead. Anyway, blue team does still have this tremendous siege potential. Right there, that's a nice spell shield, blocks it. Now we've got Sona coming in as well. There's another kill off screen, but we'll keep the focus on Nidalee for the moment. I think Sona wants to get that ultimate off. Boomerang Blade does not hit. It comes close. There's the Lantern coming in for the assist. We've got Varus reconnecting for about the 4th or 5th time. And right there, oh, the flesh grab, that's beautiful. Well played, Jacob. The flash death sentence, beautifully done. Gonna pick up the kill on Sivir. I believe Spell Shield was still on cooldown, but even if it wasn't, don't think had enough time to get that off. Would have needed really good reflexes. And so it looks like this tower is going to go down. Another nice death sentence into the box. Mordekaiser, oh wow, great ult from Faflek. I don't think it's going to be enough to win this fight, but it was a good ult nonetheless. So another beautiful death sentence. Jacob hits the pull, throws down the box. That's enough to win that fight. 2 kills and the tower. And it's going to be tough to hold this in Hib too, because there are still 3 people down on the red team. Sivir's coming up soon, but oh wow. I mean, again, it's hard to hold these towers when people are getting chunked on spears like that. They just deal so much damage when they hit. That tower's getting low. We'll see the fight continuing, still on right now. Looks like blue team does need to disengage. A nice play coming out from Jacob. Really good stuff once again. Now they're turning and looking to re-engage with Aatrox. Nasus in the front, protecting the rest of the team. That spear did not hit. High Legend going in. He gets 1 kill. He's going to flash backwards, trying to escape. Sivir is here. Sivir's ult is not up, though. Will be up in about 10 seconds. So blue team probably needs to just get out of this one, or else red team's going to come back from healing at the fountain. They're going to pop Sivir ult and just kill them all. So that's not going to happen. They will disengage, but more damage on that top turret. Varus was pushing in bot. He may get this bottom turret. We will see. He might also get killed by Mordekaiser here. He will get the bottom tower. Uses the ultimate for disengage. Fails his flash over the wall. Oh no. Glacius the Purge, who has more movement speed here. He will get out. 399 movement speed. Mordekaiser is 385. So yes, he will manage to make it out. And it just feels like Nidalee is always running around doing Nidalee things the entire game. Just always being the annoying Nidalee that everybody hates. Always jumping around from place to place. And, well, the lead's up to, what, about 12,000 gold? Just shy of that now. 6 towers down for the blue team. And it just feels like a matter of time, in all honesty, at this point. Nidalee is just so strong. She's got a Void Staff now, another needlessly large rod, 534 AP, and the magic penetration, 23 flat and 40% magic pen. Those spears are doing crazy damage. If she goes back into human form, I can actually see how much damage they do. Which one is spear? Spear is Q, I'm pretty believe. Let's see. Well, yeah, we can't see it unless she goes back into human form, but that should happen. Oh, the failed pounce. We'll just pretend that that didn't happen. Oh, the failed pounce again! Oh my. What is this? Oh, none of us saw that. None of us saw that HNNGGH. It's been a 14 kill Nidalee game. None of us saw those 3 consecutive failed pounces over the wall. None of us saw that. Yeah, 230 plus 349 magic damage, up to 250% more if the spear goes a long enough distance. Oh my. Basically, the spears really are wrecking people incredibly hard if they hit. Oh boy. I don't think that would have one-shotted Sona, but it would have dropped her down pretty low. Alright. Wanted to get a quick drink there. Anyway, Feroza going in right here. Going after Mordekaiser, has popped the Aatrox ultimate. We've got Nidalee just waiting to toss out a spear. We should be able to hit one, and oh my, Faflek just lost 80% of his health to 1 spear. Oh no. Sivir trying to run out, has popped the Sivir ult for the movement speed. Oh wow, that was close. That almost hit. So is blue team just going to group and get this in tower? I feel like they can. I feel like they should be able to. Actually, right there, High Legend going to get pulled, but he's Lee Sin, so he's fine. And that spear is going to hit, does pretty respectable damage. Oh boy. Yeah, again, all that blue team needs to do is just stay grouped and siege. Use the poke. Oh wow, Sona just lost half her health again. Just use these spears and then go in when they get low, and that's exactly what's happening. Rengo with the triple kill. Can he get the quadra? Where is he? Actually, no, he's dead. He can't get the quadra because he's dead. And that is pretty much going to be game over. High, yes, manages to walk out of there. High is the only one who manages to walk out. He's had a pretty good game, but the rest of it just isn't there. And this will be an inhib at the very least. It probably should be 2 inhibs because they can rotate top. That top tower is extremely low. That's what I would call for in this situation. Grab the 2 inhibs and then get out after that because they don't have enough to finish off the game, but they could get 2 inhibs. For some reason, Varus ran the top lane. They don't really need to push a creep wave because that tower's on like 2 hits. In any case, they're going to back off, take the safer course, and just escape because the whole red team is reviving. But don't see much of a chance for red team to come back from this. You may be able to hear the smoke detector going off. This happens frequently when the other person I live with is cooking, and you'll just have to ignore that in the background. It doesn't happen when I cook. I'm just going to leave it at that. It doesn't happen when I cook. All right. So looks like we have Sullla mid's microwave. Looks like we have Sullla mid's microwave in here. Anyway, Varus getting cut out. Glacius the purge looks like he's about to get purged. Used cleanse. Not really sure that he needed that cleanse. Really did all that much, but hey, A for effort. And right now, Nidalee's actually standing on a ward. Is fully revealed to that red team. So wouldn't normally be in danger, except that this is Nidalee, and Nidalee is usually able to escape from just about everything. Sivir ult is popped right now. Oh, Rengar there, and they don't realize that Rengar's stealth. He is just going to delete Sona. That's 1 kill. Now 2 kills. Gets the kill on Sivir as well. That's 3 kills now. Gets the triple. Nidalee did go down while all that was going on, so that's the first Nidalee kill in a while. So triple kill for Rengar. He also has a Hydra and a Blade of the Ruined King, along with that Last Whisper. And is High going to be able to get out of this? No. There's the shutdown for another kill. Now 11 kills. A delayed quadra kill for Gilton right there. Yeah, unofficial quadra. You still have the jump. Yes, he does still have the jump. So that was an example of how Rengar pops his ult, goes invisible, runs behind the team's stealth, and then just basically murders everyone. That's essentially what happened. And with so many people dead on red team, he should just be able to shove this, get this top tower, possibly get the inhibitor. We'll see. The game really is over for all intents and purposes. Not really any chance that red team can come back and turn this around. I mean, there's always a chance, yes, but let's be realistic. There's not much of one here. That Wither, though, might be enough to finish this off. Rengar's ult is actually, his ult's almost up. He's just going for Sona. Doesn't get it, though. Did he have his Ignite up? No. His ult was almost off of cooldown. So gets that tower, but then dies. And in all honesty, blue team's been really sloppy with this huge lead. Yes, Varus has disconnected a lot, but people have gotten picked off. If they just grouped together and sieged up towers, they would 100% win the game. Like, that's all they have to do is group up. They have such good siege. They have Nidalee's spears. They have Varus's ranged Qs. They have the ability to pull someone with Thresh. Like, they can just sustain forever and siege up a tower, and there's nothing the other team can do. Feroza, I believe, actually can solo this. If you notice, he gets so much health back, he's not going to die. As long as nobody comes over here and interferes, he will get this. Now, it'll take him 40 seconds to take it, but he will get it eventually. We just had another pick, Jacob the One getting picked off. So he's still doing this. I mean, it's not going down fast. You can see how slow this is, but... Oh, no, actually, never mind. He just had his blood well popped. Okay, he's not actually going to be able to do this. I thought he was, but he needs some help. He needs Nidalee to come over and assist him. Otherwise, he is not going to be able to do this. He's slowly losing health. Yeah, those spears. Just needs a couple spears for health. That was another failed pounce over the wall, by the way. Also could use a Nidalee here. Wow, another failed pounce over the wall. There we go. Finally gets over. Could use a Nidalee healer, too. So this is one of the slowest Baron attempts I have ever seen. It is very, very slowly going down. He's been working on this for almost a minute now. But I do think it's eventually going to go down. Yeah, there it is. Finally falls. And, uh-oh, High, that's not where you want to be. Don't think he wants to take that Q. Yeah, I'm going to safeguard over the wall instead. Got the Banshee's Veil, but it's going to get popped, and now it's not looking so good. Not looking so good. Oh, that's unfortunate. Misses the Q on the Wolf Camp. And it's just a, cue the Benny Hill music, as always. He might be able to make it out of here. Just run across the entire map. How many more wards does he still have up? Don't know if he has any. Actually, right there. Nope. Varus ult going to catch Chain of Corruption. Don't know if there's anything to jump to. Jumps to the double golems. So more fighting going on elsewhere. Rengar actually dies, and he's now got a ghost after him. So High Legend going on the epic chase, but it looks like he's made it. Looks like he's going to make it out, and he stalled for quite a bit of time while all that was going on. Sivir is, Sivir's getting some good push here. Actually, they don't really have minions to tank this, so I don't know if this is necessarily the best decision. That Ghost is doing some good tanking for them, but Sivir has had to flash out. Sona goes down. Varus is here now, and down goes Sivir as well. Mordekaiser's the only one who made it out. Only one who made it out. Interesting. Meanwhile, super minions still pushing into the base. Inhibitors respawning. I'm not really sure why this game is still going on at 35 minutes, but it looks like this inhib will go down as it will respawn just as they get here, and they might be able to finish the game off if they have. Do they have minions? No, they don't have minions here, so I don't think they'll be able to do that. And oh no, look at this. Can't kill the tower. Inhib respawn. Needed to be paying attention to that. Feroza goes down. That's actually his first death of the game. 8-1-13. Yeah, really, instead of diving that tower, probably should have just stuck around and killed the inhibitor. So the game goes on basically because blue team won't just organize, group up, and push together. Anyway, now we've got a Thresh in. Good use of the box, good use of the death sentence, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough, and that's going to be a kill. And now Jacob, wow, a rare failed flash from Jacob. He does not make it over the wall. So we've got another chase going on, although Jacob looks like he's just going to commit suicide here. See if they can get a hit on him. Yes, they did actually. Mordekaiser's going to pick that up. And meanwhile, another kill picked up by Rengar over behind the action. So yeah, no inhibs down. Actually, the game's closer than it was before. Red team's been picking up kills. Sloppy indeed. This is one of the sloppier games I've seen. Unfortunately, wow, that's going to be one kill for Gilton, and he is life-stealing a lot, but not enough. So that's a 1-for-1. More sloppy play coming out. Red team actually able to push right now. They've got temporarily a 3-on-1 advantage because so many people died in rather silly fashion for the blue team. Still feel like this is blue team's game to lose, but if they continue to, screw around like they've been doing, then it's not guaranteed that they win this. It was up around 15,000 gold earlier. It's at about 12,000 gold now. Could be dropping down a little bit lower too if they manage to pick up this dragon. A little hard to be enthusiastic because the game is just so sloppily played right now. It's not a very well played game to say. Well, I just said that, but it's not a well played game. It's very sloppy. A lot of people getting caught out. Not really much in the way of teamwork, and not that interesting. Not just not that interesting to commentate when you have a team that's like incredibly far ahead and they're not winning because they just refuse to organize themselves and take the very basic steps needed to win the game, which is grouping up and pushing a lane. Instead, people just keep getting picked off over and over again, and leads to an opportunity for Red Team to make some progress getting back there. Closed it down to about 11,000 gold. I still don't think they have much of a shot, but, well, stranger things have happened. A lot of silliness going on in this game, and some members of Red Team are pretty strong, like Lee Sin's actually pretty strong. Mordekaiser, for as many problems as he's had, he's picked up quite a bit of shutdown gold as this game has gone on, and there's just another kill in mid once again. Now actually a double kill for Sivir, and is Impolite going to survive? Actually, he's life-stealing his way through this. He is still alive. That's a triple kill. He's still alive. Oh my god, they just got 3 kills. They're going to get another kill on Feroza here and when he revives, and that is a 5-for-1 now on Red Team. Holy cow. Impolite just life-stealing his way back, and these Mordekaiser ghosts have turned the fight around. Now, if they're smart, they will just totally ignore Nidalee and push, because Nidalee can't really do that much. Just push the minion waves, just ignore her. Don't waste your time chasing Nidalee. Ignore her, dodge her spears, and just push. I don't think they can win the game, but they can certainly get an inhib off this. So yeah, just ignore Nidalee. She's going to run around behind you and throw spears. So what? Push. Get damage on turrets. The other team's been screwing around too much, and they've let you back in the game. Yeah, just ignore her. Push. take the inhib. And now, guess what? They're actually back in the game right now. They would have to get some kind of CC on Nidalee, and I don't think they're going to be able to do that. Oh, and then that you can't do. That was a mistake. You can't let Nidalee get a free kill like that. That was a huge mistake. No. They did get a kill on Varus somewhere. Well, they trade 1-for-1. I don't know what was going on there. But Sivir is so much of their team's damage. That's a real problem. They need Sivir to be alive, because otherwise, well, blue team's going to revive and they're going to push. They're going to counter push, and they're going to get at least one inhib, if not two, if not three, because this tower's down. There's a huge minion wave here, and their mid inhib's exposed too. Nidalee going to take a ride on the Thresh Lantern, makes her way out. So right now we've got a 4-on-3, and again, the fact that Sivir died was hugely crucial, because a 4-on-4 red team could survive this, but I don't really see how they can fight this with 3, because Sivir is such a huge part of their damage. Going to make it very, very tough. Well, we'll see. I mean, I think they're gonna make the attempt to try to save this, but they're likely to lose 2 inhibs. Oh, it's a good Sona ult, though. Very nice. Where is Sivir? Just reviving right now. Sona, though, going to go low. Actually, yes, there she does fall. I thought for a second she might survive. Bloodwell passive still not up on the part of Aatrox. He is getting withered, and now the chase is on. Remember, they've got Sivir ult for incredible chasing power. That's 1 kill down. Now, if they could kill Nidalee, they might be able to win the game off this. In all honesty, might be able to win the game, but she's just so hard to catch. And meanwhile, we've got split-pushing Thresh going on over here. Thresh with his Blade of the Ruined King and BF Sword running around over here, trying to get some damage on this. Meanwhile here, the Mordekaiser ult's going to come out, and that is going to do pretty good damage, but again, Nidalee does have a lot of AP. She's going to be able to heal. There's a 1-for-1 trade over here. High Legend trying to get this kill. If he can pick this up on Varus, they might be in business right here, and I think he's got it, in all honesty. Yes, double kill. So what are we looking at right now? It is a 3v2 right now in favor of the red team. The problem is they just have taken so much damage to their base. Their inhibs down in top, their inhibs down in mid. Now they're not going to be able to push because they got these inhib downs, and Baron is back up on the map, so they really need to get another kill and maybe take Baron, but I just don't know if they can do that. Nidalee being very annoying. They cannot afford to let their third inhib go down, or the game's pretty much over. Oh, well, so this game's actually gotten kind of interesting. I have to say, blue team's incessant trolling and ridiculous, stupid builds has really given the red team a chance to get back in it, and they are taking that chance. Mordekaiser's actually kind of strong right now. Like, yes, he's still way behind Nidalee, but he is on 13k gold, and he's got a lot of ability power. I mean, he's at up to 500 AP right now. He's on 5 items, so Mordekaiser kind of strong overall. I would not suggest going for Baron right now if you're a red team. I mean, they'd love to get it, but the potential for a steal from Nidalee, Spear, or Aatrox Smite is really bad. And now here comes the problem with having 2 inhibs down, because red team's forced into a really bad decision. Their lanes are getting pushed, but they're also being pressured at Baron. Oh, that Spear is not going to help either. Faflik taking a lot of damage. They're going to be forced to either come out and fight for Baron or defend their base, but they're using Sivir ult, and Sivir ult's actually allowing them to close distance and engage on the team. Bloodwell passive popped on Aatrox. They're getting a lot of damage right now. People are falling on both sides. The Randuin slow comes out. Feroza is low. Frost CC, the dog. Nasus withering people left and right. Chain of Corruption coming out. Who's down right now? Nobody on the red team, although Nasus is really low. He will fall right there to Nidalee. High Legend is on Nidalee, though. He might be able to get this. He has red buff. He's slowing this. Will Nidalee fall? Well, her Guardian Angel pops, but she herself is not down. High Legend doing so much damage. He gets 1 kill. Can he get another kill on Nidalee? Sivir is recalling back to base. She's defending. And you know what? That is a 3 for 2 in favor of red team. And they popped the Guardian Angel on Nidalee. And they popped Aatrox's Bloodwell. And they might get Nidalee too. The Zhonya's has been popped. Can they get this kill? Nidalee does have, just going to have that pounce cooldown coming off. Goes over the wall, but Lee Sin goes over the wall too. And High picks it up. Well done, High Legend. And you know what? Even though they, so they popped a Guardian Angel, they popped Aatrox's passive, they didn't get Baron or anything like that, but they bought themselves some time. You know, they're basically just giving themselves time for these inhibs to come back up. That's going to be taken by Feroza. Dragon Kick comes out, not going to matter. They're going to have to defend their base, but they managed to stall out the Baron. That Baron pickup was not successful. And, you know, they're waiting time. Look, the inhibs are about to respawn, and once that happens, red team will really be able to fight. They're only down 6,000 gold. Is this comeback going to happen? Getting close. I cannot believe that this game is close at all. I mean, I'm honestly quite shocked, but, oh no, never mind. This inhib actually respawned first. Never mind. Blue team's inhib respawns first, but these ones are only about maybe 90 seconds away from respawning. Blue team at the Baron. I think that they're going to get this. I think they have enough damage. But at this stage of the game, we're actually late enough that Baron is not that crucial. I mean, it matters, obviously, but it's not as critical as it could be. The teleport coming in, but it's going to be too late. Yeah, cancel that teleport. Impolite going in. So blue team does get Baron. They've got the Sivir ult running. Out comes the flash. The box goes down. A really good Randuin slow from High Legend. Really good. He's going to get exhausted, but it won't be enough. Jacob falls. Veroza's really low. Can high pick this one up too. Sona ult coming out. That's going to tie up HNNGH. So they're going to be able to pick him up. Zanyas, yes, he will fall as soon as this Zanyas wears off. Yes, he goes down. And oh my goodness, we've got a 5-man recall coming in because they have to get back and save the base, which is otherwise going to get taken down by Varus. So they're all recalling back to base. How many home guards do we have? We got home guards everywhere. 4 home guards. People racing back to the base. And are they going to make it back in time to save this inhib? It's getting very low. I think the inhib will fall down. Yes, will not be able to save that. Now, can Gilton and Glacius the Purge get out? Frost AC is low. He will fall. So he goes down. Sona desperately trying to DPS here. Sivir is in the battle as well. Gonna spell shield that, but their base continues to take damage. And Rengar is down here in bottom lane. Oh no, red team, you gotta remember, you gotta defend these inhibs. Meanwhile, over in the base, something I wasn't even watching, red team was pushing the base too. We didn't even see that. So that's a Nexus turret down in the base for Incursus and High Legend. What is going on? This game has become crazy all of a sudden. Varus is very low too. He is on getting chased around by High Legend. Who's going to pick this one up? Oh, the Randuin's attack speed slow. Woo! Can't even talk here. Randuin's attack speed slow. Sivir picks up a kill back in the other base. The Nexus down to taking some damage. Both Nexus turrets down. We got another kill. Jacob picking up a kill in mid. What is going on in this game? We have both Nexus turrets down for the red team. We have 1 Nexus turret down for the blue team. This inhib is down. How many inhibs are down? 1 inhib down for blue team. 2 inhibs down for red team. We got 2 people dead for both teams. This game is insane right now. I cannot predict what's going to happen. One of the wildest games we've seen in ages. Red team still behind, 11 towers down for blue team. How often do you see this in a game? All 11 towers on the map are down, but red team is still alive, still hanging in there. And they are on near full item builds. I can't even get to the item builds because there's too much action. Will we see an attempted backdoor? Someone could just slip in and kill the Nexus right here. Rengar could try to pop his ult and run in there. But red team still has Sivir up. They still have a 17-kill Lee Sin. They have a Mordekaiser who is actually on 6 items now. Yes, FPS Incursus all the way up to 6 items has finished out his build. Nidalee has not finished her build. She actually sold her Guardian Angel to start building, I'm assuming, a Lichbane. Either that or a Trinity, one of the two. She's got the Sheen. I have no idea what's going to happen next. Baron won't be up for about another 3 minutes, so we will see some inhibs respawning soon, I believe. Actually, no, they should all respawn at roughly the same time. Everybody is now back alive again, so it's probably going to come down to another one of these 5v5 team fights. Will they be able to catch out Nidalee here? Oh, yes! Do manage to catch Nidalee with the Sona ult, and that's going to get a ghost, too. Nidalee goes down. Beautiful use of the crescendo. That was a blind crescendo by Faflik into the brush, but that's kind of the only place where Nidalee could be. So 60 seconds now of power play for the red team. But oh my, they have to defend the Nexus, and no, it's over! Rengar backdoors the Nexus, ran in and takes it down. Didn't even see that happen. Rengar with stealth, running in, finishing it off, and that's it. Game's over. Blue team did in fact manage to win, but it was a lot harder than they thought it would be. A valiant effort by our red team players in this one. Valiant effort, but that's the one issue, is when you've got no Nexus towers and an inhib down, you have to defend that Nexus at all points in time. They came out of their base, Rengar slipped in there, and he finished that one off. So, wow, well played by Gilton. I honestly don't think they would have won if he hadn't backdoored there. I really don't think they would have taken that, because they were down a man, and ooh, all that. I mean, if red team could have stalled to get those, they could have stalled to get those inhibs back up. Ooh. Well, that one was pretty crazy. Blue team had it in the bag. The game was over, and they trolled around too much and too hard, and it became anybody's game, and it really was anyone's game. But ultimately, the damage that had been done to the base was significant enough that it opened up that back door. And at the end of the game, Gilton not only got that back door that won it, but he also took down a base tower and I believe 2 inhibs earlier on in that whole sequence. So he was probably the one that was most responsible for their win at the end. Now, granted, yes, Nidalee was like the backbone of their team for the whole game, and their Aatrox was really, really strong too. But in the end, Rengar was the one that made that victory happen when it looked like their team was doing everything possible to throw it away. So wow, interesting game. That one was pretty crazy.